Hey friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to another Philippine Travel Update. Kumusta? Kumusta? Today's video, we'll talk about update on the quarantine protocols for the fully vaccinated travelers. What is the government doing? We'll talk about update on Cebu, and we'll talk about again the requirement for outbound travel, and also we'll have something for foreign tourists as well. So without further ado, let's start. Let's talk about outbound travel. We talked about this like 2 videos ago. Anyways, there's been confusion and the palace or the Malacanang clarified that Filipinos traveling to other countries do not need to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Again po, hindi po requirement ang vaccines para makalabas ng bansa o makapasok ng bansa. Hindi po requirement ang vaccination. Kasi this confusion was caused by this publication material that was posted on Facebook by the Presidential Communications Operation Office. Quoted that all travelers daw must be fully vaccinated. Well, that was wrong and that post was removed na, no? So that's wrong and it's not mandatory and will apply only to those who want a shortened quarantine period upon return, according to Hari Roque. So again, guys, let's say you are fully vaccinated in the Philippines and you want to avail shorter quarantine when you come back to the Philippines, then get a certificate. Now, tonight, the president will have their meeting or will have a talk to the people and will be announcements po when it comes to the quarantine classification in the Philippines. So the IATF is finalizing its recommendation and submit a report to the president. So this is how resolutions come up, no? IATF makes a recommendation, reports it to the president, then the president makes a decision. Yan po. Because president is the overall chairperson of IATF. So the president is expected to announce tonight the quarantine classification for NCR Plus and the rest of the country. And hopefully as well that they will announce what is their decision, extended or lifted ang ban sa 7 bansa, Oman, UAE at Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, ganon. Kasi it's only 14-15. One day na lang. Kawawa naman yung mga kababayan nating may flight. Sana naman, sabihin na nila, ano ba? Sana nga lifted na at pauwi na ang ating mga kababayan. Now, the question, will there be a lockdown? In some areas, possible. According to Roque, some local government units have appealed to the palace to place their areas under strict Enhanced Community Quarantine, ECQ. Oh my. ECQ is the strictest quarantine in the Philippines. So may mga local governments daw na nag-request na ilagay daw yung kanilang lugar sa ECQ. That is because some areas in Visayas and Mindanao are experiencing COVID surge. So the IATF is expected to review the appeal of these local officials. So i-review nila yan. So if you look at LGUs outside NCR with most new cases. So areas of concern, Dumaguete, Tugigaraw, Pulomok, Tagbilaran, Bacolod, Iloilo City. So these areas po ay have increasing COVID cases and critical ICU utilization. So there's a big chance that these places will be under strict quarantine classification. So let's wait for the announcement tonight of the president. Now, let's go to Cebu. Oh, the president, ay gusto niyang mag-follow ang Cebu sa IATF protocol. So this issue has been like almost 2 months now. And President Duterte directed Cebu province to abide by the national government's testing and quarantine protocols. Gusto ng presidente na sundin ng Cebu yung IATF na protocol in which travelers get tested on the 7th day in the hotel. They leave their hotel on the 10th day. Cebu protocol is swab test upon arrival and then after the result is negative, you can go home and finish your quarantine at home and then get tested again on the 7th day. So I don't really understand why is this such a huge, big deal to the IATF when in fact Cebu is still following the IATF protocol. People are still quarantining and they're still tested on the 7th day. It's just so happened that Cebu government cares about the expenses of the people and the humanitarian side. Anyway, Ruke explained that the last extension of the diversion of lights, remember that extension, June 9 to 12? The reason for that is that to give Cebu preparation for the full implementation of the IATF protocol. But ngayon nga, Cebu still refuses to follow. So, the president daw has considered the DOH critic and has decided that Cebu has still to follow. Now, as about the consequence if Cebu insisted on implementing its own testing protocols, if hindi pa rin makikinig ang Cebu, Harry Roque said, it would be up to the Department of Interior and local government unit to act on the matter. Now, Governor Gwen is no stranger to conflict with the national government. This is not the first time, guys. Remember, in 2012, Miss Gwen was suspended as being a governor by then the President Aquino for abuse of authority. After receiving that order, Governor Gwen chose to hole up in the provincial capital instead of following the suspension. Last year, November 2019, the ILG threatened Miss Gwen to sue because of some road assessment dispute too. So Miss Gwen is known for talagang she stands up on what she believes in, even if will be fighting the big sharks, no, in the national government. So may paninindigan siya sa kung anong pinaniniwalaan niya. So, what will happen next? Miss Gwen has been invited to attend Senate hearing on IATF's quarantine protocols virtually. Yes po. Garcia, governor, in a text message sent to reporters, confirmed that she received an invitation from Senate President Vicente Tito Soto III to attend the hearing. Remember that Senate President Tito Soto also expressed his agreement with the Cebu protocol, and he even questioned why 14 days quarantine is still imposed on fully vaccinated travelers. He said it doesn't make sense. And Miss Gwen accepted the invitation and she will attend virtually. So what will be talked about in this meeting? So in this Senate hearing, according to Tito Soto, they will deliberate the COVID-19 vaccine funds utilization and the feasibility or possibility of amending, guys, or changing the IATF quarantine guidelines. Ang goal nila is to streamline the processes, evaluate the existing protocols, and the possibility of exempting fully vaccinated individuals from mandatory travel quarantine. Again, so this meeting that Ms. Gwen will attend with the Senate, they will talk about COVID-19 vaccine funds and to study, no, yung protocol to study the arrival protocol and perhaps consider na i-exempt yung mga fully vaccinated sa mandatory quarantine. Kaya nga, Ms. Garcia was invited to shed light on the above-mentioned matter, the arrival protocols. Remember that a lot of senators have expressed their support for the Cebu swab upon arrival policy, no? At least 9 senators. That is somehow positive, no? That Ms. Gwen will attend Senate hearing and senators will talk about this. Another note today is that Hans Leo Kakdak, the OWWA administrator for OFWs, said today, "Dear OFWs fully vaccinated abroad, at the IATF technical level, we vow to push for a special quarantine protocol for your good selves." Yes po, pinaglalaban. Remember that OWWA is member of that small working group that is meant to study and formulate protocols for fully vaccinated travelers. So according nga kay Attorney Hans Kakdak, ipaglalaban nila and they promise na they will push na magkakaroon ng special protocol para sa mga bakunado sa abroad. So may pag-asa, guys, dahil may mga lumalaban para sa atin. So So, we will wait. No, again, we will wait. But this is some positive news. At least we're waiting for something. That there is some hope that the protocol will be amended, will be changed. And once it is changed, amended, perhaps shorter quarantine, then maybe they can increase the travel cap. And more of our kababayans can come home. And hopefully, they will remove the DFA exemption requirement for families po of Filipinos, foreign spouse at foreign parents. Dahil kawawa din po sila actually. Mga asawa at tatay ng mga Pilipino na foreigner ay hindi din sila basta-basta pinapapasok po. Naawa ko dun sa may mga anak, kawawa naghihintay. Recently, I saw in Twitter pa, foreigner, namatay na yung anak niya, hindi siya makadalaw. Kasi wala siya nung requirement. So, kawawa talaga, guys. So, all of these problems stems from the long quarantine hotel. Basta mabawasan yung quarantine hotel stay, maaaring yung travel cap ay mapataas at mas marami ang makauwi. At wala na yung mga palaging cancel. Now, moving on with foreign tourists. The Department of Tourism hopes that quarantine for fully vaccinated tourists be waived in coming months. The Department of Tourism today said it's optimistic that quarantines will no longer be required for fully vaccinated tourists in the coming months. According to Secretary Puyat of the Department of Tourism, the IATF is now looking into such possibility. She said, we are hoping that maybe in the future, in a couple of months, we could push for what Phuket is doing. So Phuket has vaccinated, majority of their people in that island, and they are able to open up to fully vaccinated travelers. So she said that we are hoping to push for what Phuket is doing. Let's say that if the tourist destination is vaccinated or the people they're going to be in touch with, we hope that they will also accept fully vaccinated with no quarantine. So she said that in a virtual press briefing on Bohol tourism. So hopefully, like an island like Bohol, small population, it's an island, it's a tourist destination. Perhaps if we can vaccinate majority of the people there, then maybe we can slowly open up our tourism. According to Secretary Puyat, some 5,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines are set to arrive in Bohol either Monday or Tuesday. And these will be injected to tourism frontliners, especially those working in hotels, serving as quarantine facilities. So that is the update, guys. For now, the national government, the president is pushing Cebu to follow the IATF protocol. But we have people, the Senate President, Governor Gwen, and even OWWA administrator, that small working group is really pushing for fully vaccinated abroad, that we may also have a special protocol, because the vaccines that has been administered in the Philippines and abroad are the same, diba? Sana naman magawa na ng paraan para mabawas-bawasan na yung mga iisipin ng ating mga kababayan na uuwi. So, yun yung update natin ngayon, guys. That's the update for today. So, what do you think? Kailan kaya sila makalabas ng desisyon, no? Siguro, next month. Wait, what's the month? Anong date na ba ngayon? 14 pa pala. It's still early. But when Philippines change their protocols, they don't care what day or what month it is. They could announce it last minute. So, hopefully, it will be changed within this month. But that's all for this update for today, June 14. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next update. God bless you all and stay safe. Bye!